Hey everyone, welcome to Global Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. In today's episode of lectures, I want to talk about why our things look old-fashioned very often. Stitched in 2019, but they do not look clear. I already spoke about the rules of style from a tailor. We talked about the basic balance and wide hips. I specifically chose this pattern. Let's distract a little from our topic. Look what hips are drawn. But this does not mean that all the things of this woman will display their sides like this. This is the basic foundation. This distance will be divided into reliefs. This seam cannot be sewn. So, what is the most important thing while we're sewing modern things? I'm in a dress jacket today. Look at this line. This point and the end of the shoulder should never be lifted up here. A thing should create an impression. When you look at me in a dress, there should be a feeling of comfort. A comfort should not only be with me, but also with others. This is the point of the shoulder. The end of the shoulder should never be pulled up. This part of the sleeve should never bite and pull. This immediately gives old fashion. One of the most important things that I want to draw your attention to is this line. The beginning of the armhole from the shoulder. Even on a basic basis, it is drawn in a straight line. From the shoulder, it should be flat. Very often I've observed the work of various tailors when this line from the shoulder goes immediately to the corner. It immediately gives to our things old-fashioned look. Draw this line beautifully. I stand in front of you in a dress. It doesn't stick to me. And I'm very comfortable in it. We think that the thing is wide and we create a wide silhouette. And then we push things in. It seems to us that we look slimmer, but in fact we looked worse. I can say this from my experience. Therefore, follow this line. Next. Let's talk about the sleeve. The sleeve should be comfortable not only for us, but also for those who are around us. When uncomfortable, the sleeve is too tight, especially if the sleeve is full. It's not beautiful. The sleeve should sit comfortably. When we sew in a sleeve and we get flows, it instantly makes our things look more old. Actually, in our studio, we call it a hat. When we sew in the sleeve and the influx from the sleeve is formed, this is completely not fashionable. This must be fought. I tell you how. See, if the excess form in front and behind. Then take the base and straighten the lines in these places. All the surpluses that are formed, remove. Beautifully draw new lines, overcast the sleeve and work on. Next. A long sleeve spoils the look very much. We weaned our students from this. But sometimes they want to sew the coat and the sleeves of the coat to this place. I always ask them why they're doing this, and people always answer me that when he raises his hands, then everything looks very beautiful. But you do not walk with your hands up. So let's move on. Improper fitting also gives old-fashioned look to things. When we want to calculate our entire waist, especially if they're tightened under the chest, then the thing goes bad. Fit so that freedom is respected. You can't fit in the fitting. You become like a sausage in the shell. I'm silent about long sleeves. I can't talk about them anymore. I hate them so much and I hate talk about this. Also, some things are done with reliefs now, and many of our tailors are doing things with reliefs. I walk the streets very often, and I like to watch who walks in what things. Stitched things are always visible. The reliefs that pass through the top of the chest are completely out of fashion. If you want to do a modern thing, then let the relief be off of the side, and recess will go from here. This is the best. But the historical relief throughout the chest, and in which everything under the breast is closely in the modern world, is not fashionable at all. So let's talk about the back. On the back, the reliefs throughout the scapular groove do not need to fit at all. The folds of the back were visible. No one needs to see your bra, let's be honest. Elegant cultural clothing is the right sleeve line and the right recess. Strongly cannot be deepened because all your products will go up. Right now you can see a great dress on me with the right recess. I feel comfortable in it, and excess recess will put your fabric up.
Излишнее углубление тянь будет тянуть ваше изделие всегда наверх. Вот всегда наверх, понимаете? Ну и, конечно...
Our next theme is of course about outwear. Let's talk about our problem. I am against putting a bunch of sweaters under a wool coat. It is necessary to warm something modern, and warm, for example, a lining. I need you to understand, we don't sew a coat to put on 3 sweaters under it. A coat is for autumn, it's not for that. And when I see something like that, I really lose my mind. Do things in the light of today. Neat shoulders, good armholes, correct armhole line. This place should not be narrowed. This is an important rule. Better to try on 100 times to clarify. Sometimes at the fitting, it seems to us that everything is superfluous and then we cannot even move in these clothes. It's uncomfortable for people to look at such things from the outside. Clothing should be light and comfortable. The lines should be beautiful. This line is very strong when it is tight. This immediately makes the thing old-fashioned. And of course it shows that the master is not very good actually. Therefore, our students know the basic basis of 10 measurements. And they understand that we are not primitive people who threw themselves on the skin of a bear. Clothing should be modern and stylish. I tell you all these rules, and I hope you like it. So right now we speak about those people who have large breasts. Be careful. You can't sew the entire undercut and create a sharp thing at the end. Such things are divided into 2-3 recesses. You will make a part from here apart, and from here. Be sure to watch a video about lining jacket with a hood. Let's move on. when we have this undercut more than this, and the hole is sewn up, a sharp fragment is already being created. And from under it comes the stomach and fitting, hence the fitting again. It emphasizes everything, and it looks awful. I said almost everything I wanted. This line is built on a basic basis. We never sew things like that. The cutout should be even if under the throat find a line to make you comfortable. And then everything will be nice to look at you. I also really like when the sleeves on such things are narrowed to the limit here. You are losing movement. And I have freedom and I can easily move. Some people come to our studio and ask for tightening up the things because they look like a Chanel. I refuse everyone. We want people from our studio to look beautiful, not clumsy. The difficult choice of length and width is entirely up to you. My lecture today is on how to be modern and stylish in terms of design, because I think it is very important. We have already talked a lot about competent modeling and collars. Today's lecture is not about that, but about design. And when stitching sleeves, make sure that no caps form here. And sometimes students make these places round. Do not round here, remember it. And while building perpendiculars, take these perpendiculars 2 or 3 millimeters less. Draw with a pencil and see if it is worth circling with a colored marker. That is all I wanted to say today. Today I told you about working with the basic foundation. I hope my advice will help a lot. I consider this necessary to talk about. This theme is not about fashion, but I think that it's more important. Be different and beautiful. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share the videos, press the like and bell buttons. We would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.